What's going on? This is going to be real quick, just going to be about something I seen yesterday. It's on a page, probably you aware, political page. At least all the comment sections these days are Jew aware people. But usually if it's on my stuff, the people in it, about to talk about who controls the stuff, or it's like a deception, or it's not worth my time. It's something I've heard before. Illuminati and Casper the Ghost control America, bro. And fucking, it's the Smurfs' evil enemy Gargamel, which is like odd because there's like a lot of hidden meanings in that show. Like Azrael and the hats the Smurfs wear, and exactly how Gargamel looks like Lay Merchant and acts like Lay Merchant. But yesterday, we were in the comments debating, fighting, and all that. And along comes CNN is fake news. Had nothing to do with it. So right away, this is just a person going around posting nonsense. I mean, everyone knows CNN is fake news, is a distraction. It's all fake news. CNN, no one even watches CNN. Back when I watched TV, CNN was just like a cable network, and no one still watched it then. The Wolf Blitzer looked as stupid then as he does now, and it never sounded legit. If you believe in news, you believe in like 4, 6, 10, CBS, NBC, ABC, not CNN. It was always fake news. That's nothing new. And everyone knows it's like a distraction, too. You're like, yeah, CNN's fake news. We've been telling you that, and it's all fake news. And they'll always post it in like some Jew-aware stuff, too. It's like, yeah, we just told you the Jews are lying. That means CNN's fake news because it's all the Jews, all the news, all the TV, all the Hollywood, the records, the books you can buy, the books you can get at the library, the magazines. Probably, I didn't look at the magazine, but I suppose they go through the publishing houses, which are the Jews, and then the comic books, the radio. It's all them. The internet, it's all them. You don't have to say CNN is fake news on the Jew-aware page. So we know that these are the admitted paid for government trolls. They bragged on TV. I mean, not only do we all know they exist, and we can name groups like Andrew Anglin and Daily and Stormfront, which will have their troll armies going around spreading disinfo, because they don't allow any truth on those. You'll get your IP banned on Daily Stormer, and they'll remove your comments when they get banned. And then Stormfront just kicks you off the second you question, like, hey, is that serial killer a Jew? They'd be like, you can't dare insult the Jews. You could get off Stormfront, you stupid racist. Only KKK's allowed on Stormfront. And so my natural reaction was like, shut the fuck up, government fucking troll. I always call them bot, but I don't think they're bots. I don't know. Some of it is pretty fucking generic and repetitive, and they also don't respond, but I'm going to explain a little more after this. A new tactic I've seen them do, which backs up botism. Same time, running 10, 20 accounts, and you don't have time to respond, and you have to pretty much play the role of a unthinking bot to run 20 accounts all day long. So, I mean, like, everyone knows CNN's fake news. You don't need to say that. Anyone saying that is just spouting government political slogans that got Trump elected. They're really not even needed anymore, except to make Trump remain relevant. Anyone spouting any of those MAGA, all that after the election, a normal human has no reason to spout that they got their puppet elected. They can, watch TV all day again, whatever it is they did before they wore a MAGA hat. And so, you know, I was just like, wow, they must be out today. I was like, that's odd that they weren't out like Saturday and they weren't out Friday. You know, aren't those busier days? Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't done the research on the internet. Maybe they aren't busier days because everyone's laid back and relaxed on Sunday. But I know in video games, Sunday is that it actually, the population dies off around 12 in the afternoon, 1 in the afternoon tops. So it was weird for them to be out to me, you know, after like 12 in the afternoon, and really on Sundays at all. It's not the best time to propagandize people. Even though you could make the argument on Friday and Saturday, the younger people are probably at the bars being degenerates, you know, and sleeping with each other and stuff like that, having one-night stands or whatever it is that you do these days, whack off their dogs or whatever. I'm sure it's more degenerate than my mind can come up with, because I don't know, dude. Something's up with these kids. They were raised by some really fucked up parents, and that's what happens. I hate to scapegoat. I hate to give them a scapegoat, but that boomer generation was really bad. A lot of them were like teen fucking mothers and fathers. And they were just extremely decadent, wasting away fucking the future. But, so I was like, why are they out on Sunday? I didn't really think too much more of it. After that, I was just like, I know they're out now, because it's a simple slogan. They just pasted somewhere and they left. They didn't mean to say anything intelligent. In fact, it's not intelligent. It's kind of dumb, but at this point, like, they're just repeating the same slogans. So I didn't think anything of it. And I went and posted some facts. This was on YouTube. And then I went to G Plus and posted some facts. I had seen a video. I had re-seen the video of Trump by Feinstein, and Feinstein had, you know, I'd been all happy that Trump agreed with some of her gun grabs. And Feinstein goes, I mean, serious, you can't make it up that Lay Merchant does that. So I went and posted that, you know, beside the Lay Merchant meme. And then this dude comes on and he says CNN is fake news. And I go to, and he like says it on several of my posts too. Like, he's targeting me. He's at multiple sites, on multiple communities I'm at, targeting my posts, simply showing, and this actually involves CNN because it was a video of CNN, but it was just, there was nothing fake about Trump in a video and Feinstein right beside him, and they, you know, colluding together to grab guns. There's every channel showed that, and in fact, CNN headline tried to be pro-gun, tried to make Trump look pro-gun, and that wasn't really, you know, what was going on right there. He was, I mean, you could tell Feinstein was like Gargamel and shit, about to kill a bunch of Smurfs. And again, it didn't line up. It had a minute part to do with this, because it said CNN, because I screen capped the frickin' video in the headline. But it was all about exposing that the Jew was right there behind the gun grab and how to see him. And they're all like that, right? I mean, she was literally, I mean, it was crazy. I couldn't even capture the exact thing I wanted. I should have got a GIF of it. That would have been real. GIFs are hard to make, though. I mean, talk about media production. GIFs are like movies to GIFs are time consuming. There's like, unless you pull out the real editing, even then, if you just want to use VLC to make a GIF, you like, if you want to use VLC to record a part of video and then convert it to GIF, you like guessing with VLC. So you've got to take the time to throw it into a real video editor, and then are you going to cut out the part you really want in that, and then making the GIF from there? It's like, okay, but if you just want to simply do it in VLC while you're watching it, the VLC doesn't have like an accurate video capture. It's just like you got to capture it before and make sure you get everything you everyone, including John. So I don't mess around with that. Plus, you can't post GIFs some places. Hell, in G+, I can't post pictures of most of my comments. I don't know why. Other people can, but I can't most of the time. But he said that shit, and I looked at his page, just like I looked at the other person's page on YouTube, and it was weeaboo shit. It was anime stuff and, like, preteen shit. And these people are not, these are like the paid-for bots being paid for with, like, tax dollars or Trump dollars, which all Trump dollars are tax dollars. Bailouts, banker bailouts equal if you're funded by tax dollars. Excuse me. And this is obvious. This is not a kid. Yes, he's saying something stupid. But they're using these kids' accounts to look innocent. If you say something stupid, that's okay, it's a kid, but let him get away with it. If you're innocent, no one's going to attack you and stuff, right? No. And the dude on YouTube had the same thing. It was a bunch of video game stuff and a bunch of anime weeaboo shit too. It's always the weeaboo shit too. It's never like the hardcore anime I grew up with. Like Kiko Kamen and Overfiend and Akira. I can't even remember it, but it was hardcore. The stuff that was in America back in the day was like hardcore. Like now they got the Titan and Attack on Titan, and that one supposedly ain't too bad. But back in the day, there wasn't this weeaboo shit. And if you're some hardcore alt-righter, how the hell do you have weeaboo shit on your page? What the hell? How does that have to do, like, with anything? You're standing up for it. You want to be strong and be brave, and you're a weeaboo. It's like, it doesn't even conflate. These are propaganda accounts, tailored to look a certain way. So when you look into them, you think a certain way. We started calling them out a long time ago when they were using pictures of Israel military females. That was really fucking obvious. I was screenshotting all that and posting that all over the web so everyone could fucking see it. Except for at YouTube. Don't post any of that at YouTube. You get your account banned. If you talk about these people, if that's the whole point of the video, good night video. If you say the wrong word about them in the video, good night video. So, I didn't do that. Plus, I felt it was a lot better to recruit at these other sites who were banning me continuously, but it was what it was. And all the information on Facebook was lost, taken away by them, but it was what it was. It got out. There's definitely a crowd out there it got out to. So, we were screenshotting all those people and showing that when they use that. So they had to switch tactics. And when the Trumpers came along, they bragged on TV. There was like paid for organizations trolling the internet with these stupid slogans from Trump. And they're still doing it. A normal person has no reason to come with those slogans anymore. A normal person is back to drinking beer and watching hee-haw reruns on TV, right? Normal Trumpers just back drinking beer, watching hee-haw reruns. So it made me think, I should ask you guys, did any of you guys see those people? Because that's odd that Google platforms, G Plus and YouTube, generally two separate platforms, both one wasn't even linked to me. It was just a channel I follow. Although I know they link the channels I link to. They link up and follow channels I do because that's how you follow the network, and that's how I follow their networks, is doing the same thing. That's how I follow who they're stalking, is following the networks of the people they are stalking as well. So, did any of you see any of that? Yesterday, how many of you seen the CNN's fake news posters, like, just pretty much coming out of nowhere, and not always even relevant to the post at all. Definitely not deeply relevant to much of anything. And it's important to note the one on G+. I went to respond to him to be like, yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. The post is talking about the Jews here and, being the gun grabbers and controlling the government. And you're saying CNN is fake news and CNN is Jews. So I was just going to say that to this dude. And then when I replied, it said, you can't reply to this person. I knew right away what that meant. They blocked and muted me. I didn't do anything to them. They just wanted to spam on different communities I posted on my post only about these people. CNN is fake news too. To muck up the conversation, this is one of their best tactics to make you start talking about stupid stuff that doesn't matter, way off topic, and then it delves into an argument, and then you look like an asshole. That's their plan, is to bait you and make you look like an asshole. But this person had blocked me. I went to their page, confirmed. I couldn't no longer. I had already, the first time I got the notification for the one post, and he posted right again after that. Went straight to the page, checked it out, seen all the weeaboo shit and all that. And I probably screenshotted it as well. Do that with these people. And I could see that. But then I went back to reply and just be like, dude, yeah, it's the same people. And of course CNN's fake news. It's all fake. It's all the same people. It's all Feinstein. And I couldn't reply, so I went straight back to his page, which I just closed after reviewing like the past month of his posts and being like, this is a child, isn't it? Or it's the same bots as before, the same paid posters, not necessarily bots. I don't think they're bots. It's possible bots exist, but I don't know. And I couldn't reply because I was restricted. I couldn't see anything on his page. He had just posted this propaganda and then muted me, so there was no argument to him. So he didn't have to be distracted by what I was posting, and possibly he could go on and do it elsewhere. But there's no reason to follow me from page to page and say that same thing. Why is he following me and commenting only on me as well? There are defenders of the Constitution and stuff. There are other people. We turned that place over. Me and Mark Daniels. I left there. He remained in control, and the whole place. Eventually, we got rid of most of those shows. Now, granted, I probably banned a lot of them, so I can't see their posts. I banned about 20 people in that community who were just shills, who would muck up the situation like this new one did, but he didn't muck it up as aggressively pro-Jew as he was before, pro-protecting the Jew by deflecting. But pretty much these places, the posts by the Goyim are talking about the same people. They know that. The constitutional right people, on some of these places, they're aware of what's going on. They are aware of who's taking the guns. They're aware of who's in there. We wouldn't let them not be aware for a long time. They would just swoop in and attack people. Some of us have real accounts, some of us don't. And it probably helps to have a real account, because it's easy to call out these government bots. It's easy to call out everyone as a bot or a troll when they're behind a fake account. But did any of you guys see these people? Because they were out there yesterday. Clearly, this was the group that we can see on TV bragging they were paid. Now, there are several other groups like that, and there are probably several groups being paid and then several free groups. But this one was just short, sweet, to the point. They were trying to muck up stuff, stupid Trump slogans. And, that's all that leads you to is Trump worship, thinking CNN is fake news. Nothing else. Alex Jones is real news. CNN is fake news. That is the most hoax story I've ever heard. Alex Jones is real news, CNN is fake news. But that's it. If you guys seen that, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm just being paranoid, but we all know that they're out there, even if these weren't it. But same slogan, two different media outlets. Someone was telling these people where to go. I looked around, couldn't find it, and so I looked around in Daily Stormer, tried to search the web for time in the last week when someone said it, and the only thing is Trump had discussed CNN, but I could not find the exact quote. CNN is fake news. So this was probably like written on a board or a memo to a group of people who are probably at a job being paid to do this, possibly in Israel. High chance it's honest reporting in Israel or Israeli cool, where they want you to worship this dude. So just let me know in the comments if you've seen it. Now, I responded the other day on one of my videos. Someone said my tone was shit. And I said, well, I was probably playing on Rest in Peace rhythm tone. And I said that wrong. I always say peace sells, but who's buying is Rust in Peace, because I think of the color of the album, and it's rust colored. And of course, Rust in Peace is the yellow album with the toxic symbols. But this tone right here is off Rust in Peace, and it is the Lucretia. So I don't play sitting down. This is going to be really awkward, but I'll figure out something, right? We'll figure out what's going on here. So, you guys have a good one. And that one was actually Rust in Peace, Lucretia, the tone, not the actual song.